Yeah, we are a state school, so we're selling.
All right, well, first off, congratulations to Georgia Tech. You know, they made some key plays tonight that we didn't make. I mean, to me, this game boiled down to three things, is that we made some really foolish penalties. You know, in my mind, we gave them 10 points off of personal fouls. You know, the personal foul before the half gave them a field goal. The personal foul, we'd have had them 3rd and 8, backed up, and you know, that gave them 1st and goal, and then they scored a touchdown. So there's 10 points right there. You know, and our offense's inability to convert 3rd and short. You know, the first half, I think we were 3 of 4 or 4 of 5 on 3rd downs, and I don't know if we converted one the whole second half. And we had a number of 3rd and shorts, and we just at times didn't execute the defense. You know, that they ran that counter play and scored on it twice. Once we didn't box it. Another time the Mike linebacker wasn't there, and that was 2 big plays. And that was a play we worked hard on all week, and we didn't fit it correctly, and we didn't defend it well. And you know, those were the 2 long runs by their quarterback, the one right at the half and the one at the end of the game. And you know, we didn't execute the fits and the defense the way we needed to. They're really good, but we did not play as well as we're capable of playing.
How disappointing are the personal fouls, given that those really haven't been much of a problem for you before this?
I mean, the quarterback's a protected position, and it's just there's no excuse for it. You know, it's got to be about winning. It's got to be about winning, and we've got to have awareness on the sidelines. And the last one, you know, I didn't see it on film, but if it's the way the official described it, it was just a dumb football play. You know, there's no reason to do it. And we had them 3rd and 8, and that was a backbreaker.
In the first half, they didn't really hit any long plays. It seemed like, you know, the longest plays were 15 to 20 yarders, and then in the second half, it's just a matter of not fitting.
We didn't fit it. I mean, the one time they ran the counter, and the player's supposed to box it, and he got cut, and the thing bounced. And we had 3 guys inside of it. And you have to contain that play. And then they ran it a few times, and we fit it perfectly. And then the one time we boxed it, and then the linebacker wasn't there. So, you know, that's a good play they run. They've had success with it, but I mean, we practiced that thing, I can't tell you how many times this week, and we just did not fit it correctly. You know, we didn't make plays on it.
How big of a turning point was that personal foul at the end of the first half? You had 21-10 lead. Felt like you had a momentum on your side.
We gave up momentum, and then we didn't start the second half well either. I mean, you know, you're feeling good that it's 21-10, and then you have them stopped, and then you have a personal foul that gives them a field goal, and then we start with the football in the second half, and we have a miscommunication, and we snap it, and the ball ends up on the 3-yard line. We punt it to them at midfield, and it's one play and it's a touchdown. You know, and now it's a you know, a 21-17 game or whatever. What was it at that point? 21-19. So it was 21-13, and because of the field goal, and then it was 21-19, and that series of plays at the end of the half and the beginning of the second half, you know, to me, changed the whole dynamic of the game. If you can get ahead of a team like Georgia Tech that runs the option and force them to throw it, and they can't be patient, that's how you beat them. And we had a chance to do that and go in at halftime 21-10 and get the ball in the second half, and who knows, make it 28-10 or 24-10, and now you're ahead 2 scores, and that changes the whole dynamic of the second half.
The first half, did you like what Cade Carney brought to the field?
Yeah, how could you not? I mean, he ran really hard, ran physical, pushed the pile. I thought our offensive line played well, and we had a great mix going. We were running the ball, the play action game was looking good, and other than the first 3 and out, the offense looked as sharp as it ever has in the first half.
What happened on that first possession of the second half for them then?
It was just, you know, we were making a check, and our center misheard the check as the cadence. So we were checking to another play, and you know, it was loud, and he misheard the check as a cadence call.
70 of Cade's yards came in the first half. So 70 of his 94. What was different about the second half with the run game?
They were playing a lot more, you know, I think man free in the second half and outnumbering the box, and that's where we hit a lot of those RPOs and those play actions. It kind of opened up the passing game. We hit the, you know, the slant to Greg and took some shots on the outside, but you know, in the second half we got off schedule a little bit, and you know, I have to go back and watch the film. I don't know exactly what happened, but we weren't pushing the pile as well, and those 5- and 6-yard runs were becoming 1- and 2-yard runs.
Your guys got dinged up a little bit during the game on both sides of the line. How much did that impact what you were able to do?
Oh, I mean, anytime you know, you lose starters and good players, it's going to impact you, but that's football. You know, it's next man up, and you got to be ready to go, and I mean, that happens to everybody.
This might be too broad of a stroke, but was this the worst game you've played this year?
I'd say the worst half. You know, the second half, you know, we scored 21 points in the first half and go up and down the field and hold them to 13 points, and then the second half we give up 3 touchdowns, a field goal, a bunch of long runs, and we score 3 points and don't convert a third down. So I don't know if it was our worst game, but it was certainly our worst half of football. You know, we went for it 3 times in 4th down, didn't convert one of them. I think we dropped some balls. Just, you know, to beat teams like this, like the last 2 games, like the next 5 weeks, you got to play at a high level for 60 minutes, and we're not there yet.
Got a little chippy, it seemed like, a couple times at the end. Did you sense some frustration in your players, and is that maybe a good sign that they're frustrated about it?
No, I mean, I think it got chippy. I mean, there was a situation that a kid of theirs kicked a kid of ours, and, you know, then on that interception, there was a cheap shot on Justin Haran, and, I mean, you know, and you know, those are plays that are fast, and a lot of things are going on. It's hard for the officials to see it, but you know, there was 2 pretty good cheap shots there that probably out of frustration our kids reacted to. Doesn't make it okay, but it's, you know, I saw the hits. I could certainly understand why they did it.
Anything else, Coach?
All right, thanks.